Hello and welcome to NSTV. I'm Ryan Krug, and this show called Ryan Meets. On this show, I interviewed famous and important people. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with a famous skier named Henri Rivers. Henri is the director of the National Brotherhood of Skiers. I'm very excited to have Henri here. I'm also love to ski. Henri, welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Ryan, thank you very much for having me.
Let's start with this question. I started when I was skiing when I was 3 years old. How long have you skied?
I started skiing when I was about 8 or 9.
Nice.
So, you know, you add a couple of numbers to that, I've been skiing about 55 years.
Nice. That's good. I like to ski too because I feel happy when I ski with my family. Why do you like skiing?
Same reason. Skiing free. It's like freedom. You know, you're on the mountain and the snow is nice and cold and crisp, and you're skiing down and you don't have any cares in the world, and you're just like in nature in the outdoors, and it's a great feeling.
Nice. My family and I like to go to Vail, Mount Snow, Okemo, and Pico. Which mountains do you like to ski?
Well, we have something in common because that's why I wore this shirt. This is one of our summit shirts, and as you can see, it says Vail, Colorado. This was in 2023.
Nice.
Our organization's 50th anniversary.
Nice.
So Vail is definitely one of my top resorts. I love Jackson Hole on the East Coast. I have to put a plug in for my home mountain, Windham Mountain, and Killington, Stratton, Cannon, you name it. Any place that you can make a turn, I like.
Nice. My family and my dad's favorite skier is Michaela Sifrin. Do you have a favorite skier?
Favorite skier? You know, my favorite, it's hard to say. I appreciate many of the accomplished skiers. You know, the Bodies, the Michaela, Ted Ligety, Herman Meyer, Jean-Claude Keely. But I think one of my favorite skiers is probably Ralph Green.
Nice.
Ralph Green was a Paralympian.
Oh, nice.
He was also a member of the National Brotherhood of Snowsports. Went to 3 Olympics. Just the amount of determination and dedication that it took for him to do what he did. He was in 3 Olympics. He only had 1 leg, and he skied phenomenal.
Nice. Like I said, I like to ski with my family. Does your family like to ski?
Yeah, my family loves to ski. My wife is an instructor and a coach. My 3 kids just graduated from ski academies. 2 went to Holderness and 1 went to Stratton. They're all FIS racers, and actually they're all on a Jamaica ski team, Jamaica the nation, and they are trying to qualify to represent Jamaica in the 2026 Winter Olympics. So yeah, they all like to ski.
Nice. I saw you online that you also teach kids how to ski. When do you start being a ski coach?
I started coaching, I think in 2000. I've been skiing long before that, but I finally became a coach around 2000. And it is great to impart that on young skiers. You know, it's great to watch kids develop and learn how to ski and then improve and then go down the track of competitive skiing. That's what I really like, competitive skiing. But more so, I like building or helping young kids become really effective skiers, really good skiers.
Nice. do you like coaching?
Yeah, I love coaching. Like I said, I've been coaching for 25 years. I probably coached over 500 kids throughout my time, primarily National Brotherhood of Snowsports and Wyndham Mountain Snowsports, Wyndham Race Factory. Taught a lot of kids growing up through there, and it's just rewarding to see how well they've improved. And then they all, I think most of them have become lifelong skiers. So that's the benefit of it.
All right. I know that you are director of the National Brotherhood of Skiers. What these organization do?
Well, first of all, in 2022, we changed the name from National Brotherhood of Skiers to National Brotherhood of Snowsports. We did that because we have 62 clubs across the United States and the United Kingdom, about 7,000 members worldwide. So our mission is to identify, develop, and support athletes of color that are going to win international Olympic competitions representing the United States, and let's even broaden that, representing athletes of color across the world. And also, part of our mission is to increase winter participation in snow sports. So that's our mission. What we do, we have a summit event every year, and that summit event is 1 week long. About 2,000 folks come out, sometimes more, and we ski. We have it's like a family reunion. You see friends you haven't seen for a whole year. We have competition. We race. We have a gospel fest. We have concerts, and we have this huge barbecue on the hill that is world famous, and it's exciting. All of that, we do that to promote and fund our Olympic scholarship team, our National Brotherhood of Snowsports team. This year we have 34 athletes that we support. All of them are pursuing an elite status in skiing. So that is the mission of the organization. I just happen to be honored to be the president, steering it and guiding it down the right path.
Where are those members of the National Brotherhood of Skiers located?
All over the country. We have clubs. We have in New York. We have 4 clubs: thrill seekers, snowburners, icebreakers. We have a club. I just came back from Detroit. Our first club, or not our first club, but the oldest club is called the Jim Dandies, and they're in Detroit, Michigan. I belong to a club in New Orleans called Jazzmatazz. We have many clubs in California, DC, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Florida. Florida, we have clubs. We have like 3 clubs in Florida.
Nice.
So we're all over the country.
That's good. Are there any upcoming events for the National Brotherhood of Skiers?
Sure, yes. We have 4 regions: the Western region, the Midwest region, the Eastern region, and why am I trying to? And the Rocky Mountain region. Now, each one of those regions puts on their own event, and then we have the national event. The national event is called the Summit. Then we have what we call an early out. That's put on by the Eastern region. We have the homecoming experience. That's with the Rocky Mountain region and collaborating with the Midwest region. And then the Western region has an event as well. So each one of the regions puts on an event, so that's 4. And then we have the national event. So we have 5, at a minimum of 5 events every year.
Nice. How do you think skiing has become a more inclusive sport over the year?
Well, honestly, Ryan, it's not as inclusive as it could be. It is. We are starting to see improvements. You look at the data since the 1980s. skier days has been a flat number. It really hasn't grown that much up to right now. So now I think the industry is understanding that they need to market to those communities that are underrepresented or not represented. And those are primarily communities of color. So they are starting to market and campaign towards those communities to bring in more people that look like me, more people that represent what the United States looks like. And, you know, this is going to be an ongoing, long process, but we are moving in that direction. We're not there by any means, but we are moving in that direction with the help of positive entities like, you know, the two big ones, Alterra and Vail Resorts. You know, between the two of them, they have about 83 to 86 resorts that are in their portfolio. And they're working to increase inclusion. And inclusion in the sport has to also increase in the infrastructure of snow sports, not just people buying lift tickets. We need to, for inclusion to take hold and gain traction, it has to be where you have people employed in the industry that look like me.
What advice would you give to someone who has never skied before?
Take a lesson. Take a lesson. You know what I did with my wife? And she talks about it to this day. I did not teach her how to ski. All right? I did not take her out there. I didn't put her on the hill and say, come on, hon, I'm going to show you how to ski. And I could have done that. But I wanted to be happy at home. So I didn't do that. I let her take instructions. And once she got proficient enough to ride the chair and do a couple of green runs, then I started teaching her. But it's definitely advisable to always seek a professional instructor and take a lesson.
Nice. Lastly, what do you like to do in your free time other than skiing?
Ski. No. I love swimming. Like bike riding. I just like being around my kids, you know, because
Nice.
I like to see them, how they're maturing and how they're growing and becoming outrageous skiers and great people.
Yeah, I do on basketball, skiing.
You like basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, my son loves basketball.
Nice.
One of my daughters, she loves to run. She probably puts in 3-4 miles a day, but she loves running. The other one loves swimming, you know, and one just loves to make TikToks.
I have TikTok too, so
I figured
that's
you
good
would.
connection. Henry Rivers, thank you for joining so much for joining us, sharing your work with us, and giving us a glimpse into the world of skiing. Thank you for coming today, and thank you to our viewers joining us here. Until next time, I'm Ryan Krug, and stay classy, Snowsports TV.